Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new pick a card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity if you have been in little to no contact with your special person. Now, this can be your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, specific person. If you've been going through challenges with them, if you've had to step back, maybe they've had to step back, and the relationship and the connection is on pause right now, and you just want to know what they're thinking and feeling, this is the reading for you. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. Welcome to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already been part of this family. You know how much I love and adore all of you, and thank you so much for being here. So all of my readings are pick a pile, pick a group, pick a card, however which way you like to say it, and you always have three options. Now I will show you each of the images on the card. I will show you the crystal that goes with each, and then we will also be assigning zodiac signs to each group. So you can pick from group 1, 2, 3, or you can pick them all, or some people like to pick their zodiac sign as well as their person's zodiac sign and combine those readings. So I get a lot of questions on this. That's why I want to say there is no right or wrong answer. Go with what your intuition tells you. Be very gentle with yourself and take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. But if you're at that place where this is becoming a bit more confusing because it's a general reading and you just want to know what's going on between you and your person, then that is the time to get a personal reading. And I recommend the live reading experience with me because I truly believe that is the most powerful reading you can have. We get to see each other on video call. I get to see your beautiful face, of course, which is the cherry on top. But it's also so revealing because so much information, so much comes out as you ask Spirit all of your questions right there in real time. We also video record it so you can watch it multiple times, and you'd be surprised at how many more things you discover when you watch it again. I also offer video recorded readings, so you have a lot of options. And if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. Now, for those of you who love to pull oracle cards at home, I've also created two decks, the Twin Flame Oracle, which is the love deck that I use in every general reading, and the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, which is my business, money, and career deck. These are also available with free shipping on my website as well as Amazon FBA. So all of the links are in the box below. So make sure you check it out. Now, let's take a deep breath and let's see which of these you feel most intuitively guided to. So for group number 1, we have hearing messages from Spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. And then this is the crystal that goes with group number 1. Group number 2, we have launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe, and this is the crystal that goes with group number 2. And group number 3 is believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life, and this is the crystal for group number 3. Okay, let's go ahead and assign zodiac signs. So for group number 1, we have Libra, we have Scorpio, we have Sagittarius, and we have Pisces. For group number 2, we have Gemini, Aries, Leo, Virgo. And for group number 3, we have Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, and Taurus. So go ahead and make your choice, and we will get started with group number 1. My beautiful group 1 that chose hearing messages from Spirit with this crystal right here, as well as Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Let's see what is going on with little or no contact. How are they feeling about you now, group 1? How do they feel? Especially if you've been in little to no contact. We're going to start here with your oracle. Then we will do your tarot, and stay with me till the end because you will have the opportunity to ask Spirit whatever question you want to ask about this connection, and you will get an answer. So keep your questions ready. Full moon completion. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Practice compassion, see things from a different perspective. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a few energies here. For some of you, I feel like whatever has happened here, especially if something in this relationship has been very tense or very stressful, it might have to do with a child or children, okay? Because we're getting crib and we're getting a child right here. So for some of you, there may have been a lot of pressure, a lot of duties and obligations that your person may have to a child from a previous relationship. Now, it could be a child of any age. Sometimes it's an adult, a teenager, a young child. It doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates for your situation. But that might be one of the reasons why there has been some sort of a pause here, or there might have been tension, because you can see that your person may have some sort of an unhealthy or toxic attachment or relationship towards a child of any age. It could be any age, okay? But there's something going on here where the relationship is not healthy, and your person is not in contact with you because they were starting to feel like even more desperate to prioritize the child over you because of their own guilt. Okay, so this person may be feeling guilt over a divorce or the end of a commitment with this child or children's mother, but they're trying to overcompensate by focusing very hard on the child, but at the same time they want a relationship, right? And it's almost like because they're so toxically involved to the point of oversaturation, or too much attention, too much enabling of the child. Again, it could even be an adult one, right? That it's distracting them from you. Okay, so that's for some of you. That's not for everybody. For others of you, I feel like this person feels like for right now something has completed or something is on pause, okay? It's not that they're happy about it at all. There's a darkness, there's a moon's energy here, right? It feels very dark to them. They feel very lonely if something has completed or feels like it's ended for now, or it's on some sort of a big pause for now. They're feeling very alone. They're feeling very dark. And with this moon's energy, I feel like they're feeling very confused, because whether or not it is associated with a child or children or parental obligations or parental duties, it could be. For some of you, it's not. But either way, whether it is children or not children, this person feels like they are ascending a mountain. This person feels like they have some challenge in their life that is keeping them distracted from fully committing to you. Okay, like I said, for some of you, it's a child issue. For others of you, it's some sort of a challenge that this person feels like they must continue to go forward on. They must continue to climb this mountain. And I feel for many of you, this is the disconnect. Okay, this is the disconnect. There is something that this person is obligated to. Okay, for some of you, it could even be an ex-partner, a current partner, but somebody that they're not really in love with or not romantically involved with, but there is some sort of an obligation. For some of you, it's kids. For others of you, it's something else, right? But whatever that is, even if this person is in little to no contact with you, they might be either trying to tell you directly, or they have told you indirectly that whatever the issue is, it feels like a dagger in their heart. It's a lot of tension, it's a lot of fear and a lot of worries. And for some of you, this person feels caught in the middle. Okay, they feel caught in the middle between you and something else that they feel they must do, whatever this is. It feels like a mountain to them. It feels like something they cannot deny, they cannot get away from. Okay, and for some of you, I feel like that's why there feels like a stepping back. Like either you've stepped back from them, they've stepped back from you, or you've stepped back from each other for now, because you have different opinions on what this is. Like they may feel like this is something they must do. You might feel like it's some sort of emotional manipulation by somebody else in their life. And that could be anybody. It could be a parent. It could be a child. It could be a former partner. It could be a sibling. It could be a business partner. So I feel like the tension here that this person is not saying or has said and is now quiet about is the fact that the two of you don't agree on something that they feel they must do, but you think it's an option. So this is the disagreement. You think they're making a choice. Like they could choose you. They could choose better. They could choose to have a better life with you. They think they don't have a choice, or at least they're trying to show you or trying to explain to you that they don't feel like they have a choice. This is something they must do. Whatever the mountain is, the challenge, the obstacle, whatever it is, they feel like they must climb this, and you feel like it's a choice. And that's where you guys are stuck. And that's very natural, actually. That happens a lot in life, you know, different people, different perspectives, and different priorities clashing. So let's go deeper. If there's little to no contact right now, in this moment, what does your person feel? What does your person feel during this time of little to no contact? Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. I love this because that tells us that they want this to end. Okay, they want a new cycle with you. 8 of Pentacles, or 8 of Coins. 5 of Swords. Temperance. 6 of Swords. Okay. So yeah, right now there seems to be a stalemate. Okay. And that's what's coming through right here with this 5 of Swords as the central energy here. So there may be an issue around ego. There may be an issue around pride. You know, you guys may have come to a disagreement on something fundamental that you felt like you just couldn't talk your way through it anymore, right? I feel like this person feels like you guys may have talked about this so many times, but you went in circles because they feel like maybe you just couldn't understand why they are so committed to climbing whatever that mountain is for them. Like they're so committed to doing something that keeps them stuck and keeps them from fully committing to you and moving forward with you. But now it's become an issue of ego, self-image, and pride. And it's almost like they have a hard time stepping back from that and admitting that maybe they're wrong. They're still stuck in this, no, I'm right, I have to do this energy, right? And they feel like the harder they work at it, the more it feeds their sense of entitlement to that opinion. You know, like it's like, I have to work hard at this, I have to get this done, I have to be there for this person. If it's like a child, like I said, or if it's like a family member, or if it's some sort of obligation, no, I have to work hard, I have to be there, I have to do this, right? But what they're starting to also realize at the same time is that even though they're a bit stuck and a bit stubborn about needing to fulfill that obligation, fulfill something in their life, that doesn't mean that they don't want you. That doesn't mean that they don't love you, okay? And if this has been a particularly ugly cycle between the two of you, maybe there's been fights, maybe there's been misunderstandings, maybe there's been confrontations or drama, they still want you. They still want another chance with you. They want this old phase to end, and they want a new cycle to begin with you. And what they truly want is a new cycle that is based on some sort of balance between the two of you, because this person truly does love you and they don't want to lose you. So this is why we're getting major arcana energy here, the Wheel and Temperance. These are the big spiritual lessons, okay? So while these two are still there, right? The ego is there, the pride is there, the need to fulfill a particular duty or need to fulfill a particular obligation is still there. The bigger spiritual lesson is that this person still wants you. They want another chance, a new beginning, a second cycle with you, but coming at it from a point of balance, because whatever has happened before now has felt very imbalanced, okay? It's felt like they've chosen other people or other obligations in front of you. Right? You have felt deprioritized. You have felt like you are not important. You feel like other people or whatever is going on in their life, you know, and for some of you, it could even be work, because this is also a work obligation issue. So this person could be a workaholic. They could be somebody who's really stuck on needing to build their reputation or needing to build their finances, right? That could also be the case. But either way, like they've been stuck on the pride around it, but they know that they can't stay that way, because they also, their greatest fear is that you're going to move on. Six of Swords, that ultimately this will not be resolved and you will just keep moving forward without them. And you'll let it go because they seem to be stuck, or they seem to be too obligated to something else, okay? And what's interesting here is that they are terrified of losing you, and they want this new beginning with you with that Wheel of Fortune, but they want to come into balance. But they know that they're the ones who have to do that in terms of managing their issue or whatever is their challenge. What else with little to no contact? What else are they feeling? And stay with me, because we're getting to your question. We're going to answer your question. Yeah, hidden path, masculine, receive, romance. See, I told you this person loves you. They do not want to lose you, okay? Even if they seem like they're really frustrated, trapped, whatever, by obligations, duties, whatever it is, they do not want to lose you, okay? But right now they've been struggling with what is the path forward, and this could very much be a masculine energy that you're dealing with. They're trying to find the right now the path feels hidden of how to manage or balance, going back to Temperance, balance you, their love for you, their desire to be with you, their desire to move forward with you, to have something real with you. How are they going to balance that with this obligation or whatever is the other issue in their life that is maybe just drawing you to, like, kind of tearing you two apart right now? And it's tearing them apart. This person is really suffering. If you guys are in no contact at all, they are deeply missing you. That's why I feel like we're coming full circle to this. They're in the dark right now. They're deeply missing you. This is not easy for them. Even if you feel like it is, even if you feel like they're silent, even if you feel like they've withdrawn, they are doing that because they're in emotional paralysis. They got to a point where they emotionally shut down because the emotions around all of this and balancing this was overwhelming to them. They got stressed out, Five of Swords. They thought the only way to win is to withdraw and figure out their situation, right? So this person may have withdrawn from that ego and pride of like, I can't handle this anymore. I need to figure my situation out. But that doesn't mean they're not deeply hurting. That doesn't mean they're not deeply missing you, trying to find the path back to you, because what they truly want is to receive this love, receive this romance. See, there we have it, receive and romance. They want to be with you. That is not the question. The question was never whether they love you or want to be with you. They absolutely 100% love you and want to be with you. The question is, what is the other obligation? What is the other duty or other distraction? What is the mountain that they feel they need to climb? And how are they going to resolve that? That's the real question here. Because they feel so divided. Okay, they feel like they're caught in the middle. And that's been very difficult for them, especially if you're dealing with the masculine energy. Very difficult for them to be in the middle there. So I feel like this person is working out how to come back to you, okay? But they know the only way to do that is by resolving this issue. So go ahead and ask, what is your question about this connection? And your answer is don't stop. Whatever that means to you, whatever your question was, don't stop, okay? So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. Twin Flame Oracle is this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career oracle. They're available with free shipping at my website as well as Amazon FBA. So all of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it actually supports me on the channel, and it's absolutely free to you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. Two that chose launching your journey, as well as this crystal right here. And Gemini, Aries, Leo, and Virgo. Let's see. Little to no contact. How do they feel about you now? So we're going to start with oracle cards. Then we will do your tarot. And then stay with me to the end, because you can ask Spirit any question that you have about this connection and you will get an answer. Little to no contact. How do they feel? Spring equinox, rebirth. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. Ooh, these are beautiful energies. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. Dog barking, advice from a friend. I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Okay. So I feel like this person and you may have gone into a little or no contact situation because there's something in their life that they feel that they are not succeeding at right now. They feel like they're failing at something, okay? And they need some sort of a rebirth or a second chance in order to succeed. I feel like this person is someone who does not wish to share when they feel like they are a failure, okay? I feel like it depends on the personality, right? Some people, when they're feeling lost, lonely, when they feel like they're not succeeding, or they feel like they failed at something, or they feel down on life, they look for love and support, right? They want someone to lean on. They want that shoulder to cry on. They seek out that support. And then there's other people who have so much shame around their lack of success or failures or not being in the place they want to be, being slow in their progress in life. When something goes wrong like that and they feel down on themselves, they go internal, right? Like they go into hermit mode, they go into solitude because they're too ashamed, they're too embarrassed to seek out that comfort, even if it is from someone they truly love. And I feel like that's what you're experiencing right now with this person. They are the kind of person who is not seeking support in this difficult time. Okay, if they feel like something is not succeeding in their life, it could be something that has failed, whether they've lost their job, whether they don't like their job, or they're in a place career-wise that's going nowhere, it's not moving forward, or their business has failed, or their business is suffering. There's something here where they deeply need something to succeed in their life in order to feel like they're entitled to a relationship. Some people punish themselves when they feel like they're not succeeding where they need to succeed. They feel like they have nothing to offer you, right? So they don't feel like they deserve love. They don't feel like they deserve a relationship. They feel like they have to fix their failures first, okay? So if this person has stepped away from you, or I wouldn't even be surprised if they created some sort of fight or conflict to give themselves a justification or an excuse to step away from you, when it really had nothing to do with the fight itself. It had to do with the fact that they need a rebirth, as in they need to fix whatever has been bothering them. They need to get to a place where they feel better about themselves. They need to renew or reinvent themselves in a way that they feel successful, because this person does not feel successful right now. So it's like they love you, but they don't feel worthy of you. They don't feel like they can stand tall next to you as your equal, okay? Whatever that means. And it's not that you have ever made them feel less, group 2. It's not that you've ever made them feel like they're not worthy. This is their own mental, internal process. So it's almost like they wish that you could have patience for them and their attitude, because their attitude is definitely like running away from your love and support rather than running to your love and support. And it's almost like they wish that you would have patience as they clean up their life, or as they get to some place where they can feel better about themselves. And for some of you, they may have even asked for this. They may have either subtly or directly asked you to have patience with them, to give them time, to give them space, but not necessarily, okay? For some of you, they have asked. For others of you, they have not. It's been more of an implication. It's been more subtle because they don't want to maybe admit, right? They don't want to admit. And what's interesting here is I also feel like if this person, especially if they're struggling financially right now, if they're struggling, in terms of their own success and the way they see themselves and the way they don't want you to see them like as less than, they might be actually leaning on friends instead, right? Like they might be asking their friends for advice, or somebody who is a closer friend who is not romantically involved with them, because that makes them feel exposed. Like if you find out about their financial problems or their lack of success, that would make them feel emotionally naked. It would make them feel totally raw and exposed, because that's their personality. But they could talk to a friend instead, and this person may have some loyal friends that they're leaning on instead, which is sad, because they should be coming to you. But I feel like there's a sense of pride around that. They don't want you to see them in that weakened state, because look at this, the way they look at themselves is much more harsh than the way even the world or you would look at them. This person goes hard on themselves, okay? They look at themselves in the mirror and they don't like what they see right now. And their own eye, their own judgment of themselves is far worse than anybody else's judgment could be. Let's go deeper. What else? Little to no contact. How are they feeling? How do they feel about group 2? Chariot. King of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of... Oh, this is the Knight. Sorry, this is the Page of Pentacles. Oh my God, it says Knave. I don't know why I forgot that. On this deck, it's Knave. Okay, so the Knave is the Page, the Knight is the Knight. Sorry. Six of Swords. Okay. Interesting, we got Six of Swords in that final position in group 1 as well. So I feel like we have a little bit of a theme going here about your person being afraid that you will move on without them. So this is like a recurring theme to have in one reading that is about little to no contact, to have group 1 and group 2 have the same last position, Six of Swords. So this person, the people that you are connected to, groups 1 and 2, their greatest fear is that you're going to leave, you're going to move on without them. And now we're seeing it again with this Chariot's energy. But I feel like the Chariot here is different than this. They want to move on, so you don't. As in, like, they want to move forward in their life towards success. They want to be proud of themselves. They want to be able to offer you something so they don't lose you, so you don't move on. But what they don't understand, I think, is that while they're sitting there in their heads, King of Swords, strategizing how to succeed, strategizing how not to fail, doing strategies around whatever is their self-worth is based on, what they're not understanding is that you just want their heart. Like, you don't care about their material success. You don't care about, you don't have the same measurement that they do. You just want their love. You just want to be near them. You just want to be around them. You want to be in their energy. You don't need for them to do anything or succeed at this or succeed at that. I mean, of course, it's always nice when people are succeeding, but I don't think that's the main thing for you. You just love this person and you want to spend time with them. But they don't get it. They're coming from that King of Swords energy where they overanalyze, where they're constantly thinking about how they can move forward or how they can succeed in their life in ways that feel deeply shameful because they feel like they failed in so many ways. And that's why we have the central energy here of the Knave or the Page of Pentacles. They feel like they're behind in life, okay? They feel like they're still learning, studying. They're kind of like student energy, but not in a good way. Okay, this is not student energy of like, oh, I love to learn. This is student energy of like, I'm behind and I'm playing catch up in life, and it makes me feel ashamed that I have to play catch up. Okay, so they are getting into this Chariot wanting to go fast, playing catch up to some vision they have of being worthy of you. Okay, but their progress is still slow. Knight of Pentacles. Progress is still slow. And they're still wearing that mask. Look at that red mask. They're still masking their emotions. Their emotions are behind that. Their emotions are behind what's practical. But behind that red mask, that's where all their emotions are. The love is there. The passion is there. The emotions are there. They have all of that for you. But right now, that red mask is hiding their shame. Okay, it's hiding their shame. They feel down on themselves. They feel like they're not good enough for you by their definition, not your definition. It's like you could go shout from the rooftops, you're good enough for me. I don't want all those things. I just want you. They somehow right now are not getting it, at least not in this specific right now immediate energy. They're so caught up in their mind and in their ego and in their pride that they're not able to see that you just want to love them. Like you don't care about any of the other stuff. See, that's why they have lessons to learn. Big ones. But they are learning them right now. Community. Okay. Perception. See, they have a perception problem. It's true. They have a perception problem. And the perception is not of the problem is not their perception of you. Their problem is their perception of themselves. Because look, they're not achieving the big goals. Okay, so that's what it is. So I feel like this person is actively flailing right now, okay? It has nothing to do with you. And so if there's a silence right now, that's okay, because they need to come to their own conclusion, and that's the only way they're going to come out of it, because right now they're learning some serious lessons, okay? And this community card has come up again, so I feel like right now they're leaning on their closer friends who don't make them feel, you know, like they are less than right now. Not that you do, but as in, like, it's not romance, right? These are like, these could be childhood friends, these could be like, you know, siblings even, you know, that they trust, that they want to talk to about their struggles. So right now they're leaning in that direction because they feel so insecure about the fact that there's something in their life that they are not succeeding at, okay? Whether it's money, success, work, business, abundance, place to live, there's something that is bringing them very down. It's a high stress situation. They're hiding behind the mask because their perception of themselves is that they are not good enough at this time. But they secretly wish that you could give them some time and some patience to figure out how to walk through these gates of triumph, because they want to succeed. They want to be reborn, as in they want that rebirth. They're trying with that Chariot's energy to accelerate it, but it could be a little bit slow to get the results that they want, to not feel like they're behind. Okay, but this has nothing to do with their love for you. Their love for you is very strong. It's there. They need to get over their own shame, their own embarrassment. And hopefully you can have, when they kind of calm down a bit, if there's been some silence, once you reconnect, hopefully you can have this conversation, and you can say to them, if it's comfortable to you, that, hey, I don't care about all these things. I just want to hang out. I just want to be with you. I just want our energies together, and let's not, you know, whatever you need to do, you do. But let's just be together with no stress. If that's something that you want to say to them, you can. But they're going to need a little bit of calming down time. So go ahead and think about the question that you have about this connection, and the answer is within the next few months. Okay, within the next few months. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. The Twin Flame Oracle is this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. They're available with free shipping, both at my website as well as Amazon FBA. So check out the links in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. You have no idea how much it actually supports me and the channel, and it's absolutely free to you. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose believing in magic, as well as this crystal right here, as well as Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, and Taurus. Let's see. Little to no contact. What are they feeling? How do they feel about you? We'll start with oracle cards. Then we'll do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because you will be able to ask your most urgent question about this connection to spirit, and you will get an answer. So we have crystals, focus. We have voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay. So I feel like one of the reasons why there may be a silence, a pause, or a minimal to no contact situation right now with this person is because they have lost their focus. Okay, there's something about them that feels very withdrawn right now. For some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe your person is going through some sort of anxiety or depression right now. Maybe they've experienced a loss, whether it's a loss of a job or the loss of a former life. Like, I don't know if they've had a recent breakup or they've been, they've had a difficult divorce. There's something here where it's like they're still settling into some sort of an emotionally more stable place after a loss, after something that changed, like maybe a major change in their life, and they really have lost focus. Okay. Like I said, for some of you, this could be a temporary kind of situational depression, situational anxiety, right? Based on something that has changed in their life recently. And that's why we're getting situations that require careful handling, okay? So something happened in this person's life that required, like it was difficult to handle that situation, and it required a lot of their energy, their focus, their time, but it also drained this person. And that's why they're coming through here as like needing rest. So they may have met you or fallen in love with you at a time where they really needed some sort of emotional rest or some sort of a break or a reprieve from a difficult or stressful situation. And you came into their life when they had kind of just gotten really tired and exhausted of the fight or whatever that situation, whatever that conflict was. And now they've been kind of settling into more of this muddled, unclear thinking because they exhausted themselves. Okay, they exhausted themselves in some sort of a conflict or difficult situation. And so they may have even told you that, it's been a long journey for me, and I do want love again. You may have had this conversation. I do want love again. I do want to be loved by somebody. I do want to give my love to someone, but I have been on a bit of a long journey. Now, for some of you, this could even be a long distance relationship. That's a special message for some of you. It doesn't change, their energy. It's just maybe you've had to add a long distance as an additional challenge to something they've already been going through. So if this is long distance, you're probably also not seeing in person the kind of more depressed energy of them, like, maybe lying in bed long, like, like not having a hard time getting up. Like if you're not physically there with them, you're probably not seeing that part of their life, right? But I feel like this person is trying to get their focus back. They know that they've lost it. They know that they have had to deal with some sort of a very difficult situation that has maybe depleted them, not you, before you, that has depleted them, that has exhausted them, that's taken away their focus, that's taken away their joy in life, and they feel like they met you during that time. It's almost like there's a sense of regret in their energy that, they wish the timing was better. They wish they had met you at a better time in their life, because if they had, they may have had something more to give you. But right now they feel so depleted. They feel so defeated, and it has nothing to do with you. So I also feel that there's a sense of guilt that this person has, that if they were to move forward with you, if they were to engage fully, be in a relationship with you, that it's almost like they would be letting you down because they're not their full self. Like they don't have the emotional resources, they don't have the drive, they don't have the capability right now to give you everything that they think that you deserve. So there might even be, for some of you, a sense that this person is trying to pull back a little from you in order to kind of protect you, although it doesn't make sense, right? You're probably saying, I don't need protection. I'm fine. I'm strong. I can handle whatever. But this person may feel like, okay, I can't give you what you deserve, so why should I waste your time? Okay, so for some of you, this person may have, they may have stepped back from you because they feel like you deserve more. And so it's almost like a protective mode, like trying to protect your feelings, trying to not waste your time because they think so highly of you. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to make you feel things and then not follow through or not be able to give you what you deserve. Okay, so this person is definitely missing you if there's been a separation. But it's almost like they're saying that while they miss you, it's the right thing to do because your feelings are more important than them missing you, if that makes sense. So they're trying to be like selfless in the situation. At least that's how they're seeing it. Like, I'm being selfless because, you know, yes, I miss you. Yes, I want to be with you, but that would be selfish. Let's see what else. No contact. What do they feel for group 3? Or little contact, sorry, little to no contact. Six of Cups. Seven of Wands. Page of Cups. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Okay. Interesting. So now for some of you, I am seeing a third party situation, but that's not for everybody. Okay. So for some of you, the reason why this person is acting this way, and you, I'm sure, already know if you're in a third party situation, the reason why they're acting depressed, withdrawn, depleted, lack of focus, muddled and unclear thinking, situations that require careful handling, is because there's a third party. Okay, so this person has lost their focus because now they are feeling divided by their love for you and their responsibilities elsewhere. So that divide, that like living of two lives, is depleting them completely. Okay, they have no energy because of that. Okay, so for some of you, yeah, this person might be either committed to living with or in a marriage or long-term partnership with somebody, okay, that they don't want to be with anymore, but now because they're living two lives, it's very hard for them. Three of Cups, very hard for them. Okay, if that's not the case, that's not for everybody. Like I said, this person absolutely feels that you are their soulmate, and that doesn't matter whether it's a third party or not. The energy is still, they miss you, they love you, you are their soulmate, you're the person they want to be with. Six of Cups. Okay, they absolutely want to be with you, that's not the question, but they are right now, Seven of Wands, resistant to something. Okay, whether, again, doesn't matter if it's a third party or not, there's something that they are standing still on, that they're being defensive about, holding their ground about something here. And that is the resistance that is also depleting them. Okay, there's something that they have been defending against. And when you're constantly on the defense, whatever the reasons are, when you're constantly on the defense, it's going to deplete you, right? It's going to make you tired, exhausted, needing rest, make your thinking get muddled, give you lack of focus. So this person, if there's been silence between the two of you, they definitely want to reach out to you. Page of Cups. And this might even mean that there has been some minimal amount of contact. But the problem is right now they're in an energy where even as they reach out to you, or even if they talk to you, they don't know exactly what is the solution. They don't exactly know how this is going to get fixed or how they are going to revive themselves. Okay, because right now it seems like they're stuck in some sort of like, I have to be this very secure person, I have to be responsible, I have to be this, I have to be that, but it's depleting them, right? They're trying their best to be responsible. They want to be solid for you. They want to show up in the solid state here, because this is an energy of somebody who is stable, somebody who isn't like asleep like this person, right? King of Wheels is someone who is awake, aware, stable, vigilant, responsible, your rock. That's how they wish to be with you, okay? But right now it's like they're they're a little bit stuck in some sort of immaturity around, you know, lack of focus, okay, lack of clear thinking, and a little bit of this I've been on a journey kind of a thing, okay? So I feel like either way, it doesn't matter. They still want reunion with you. They still want to be with you in a way that brings them joy, but they might be a little bit stuck or run down right now. Like they might be a little bit like, you know, not able to get over their issues and feel that joy with you or experience that joy with you. What else are they feeling in this little to no contact? Compromise. Mystery. Sacred space. Unawakened, yeah. Okay. So this person, they know that it's time for them, or the time is coming for them to make a specific decision, okay? Because they may have been in this dreamy kind of, see that dreamy state right there for a while, okay? And that dreamy state, this one right here, is what kind of allows them to not come forward and make a real decision. Because I'm depressed, I'm exhausted, I'm overwhelmed, I have so much going on, I've lost my focus, this situation is delicate, I need to handle it properly, right? Those are all the excuses, the explanations for why this person is not showing up, making a solid decision the way a King of Wheels energy would make solid decisions, right? And be stable in that. They know that it's time, that something's got to give, right? Like they have to make a decision, and that decision may involve some form of compromise where they can't have it all. They have to choose what's right. And it's interesting because I feel like they want to create a sacred space here with you. They may not have been able to so far due to outside obligations or outside issues, but they want to have a sacred space that's only for the two of you to come together. But that also requires focus. And they've been kind of saying that they've lost their focus, right? In order to have something sacred, in order to create a space for that beautiful Six of Cups reunion or loving relationship that they want to have, they have to come back into focus. Okay, they have to come back into decision making, and it can't be a mystery. Because I feel like they've been really sitting in that liminal space, you know, that space of, I don't know, unawakened, right? I don't know what I truly want. I feel depleted. I feel exhausted. I've lost my mojo. I don't know, right? There's this I don't know energy. So I feel like this is what they're working to get out of, because they love you, they want to be with you, but they've been in this I don't know, I'm depleted, I'm exhausted kind of energy, and that energy has given them the excuse to stay unawakened. But it's coming to an end because you are not going to stick around for this forever. Okay, you are not going to. So Page of Cups, expect them to reach out. They're going to reach out, but it's your job to see whether they've come to a decision or whether it's just more excuses, okay? Because they are going to reach out to you, absolutely. They're not going to leave you alone, that's for sure. So go ahead and ask your question about this connection, and here's your answer. Choose a new direction. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. They're available with free shipping at my website as well as Amazon FBA. So make sure you check out all of the links in the box below to get more information. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. You have no idea how much it actually helps me in the channel, and it's absolutely free to you. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one.